Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are finally getting back to the innovation dollars. Today we are going to take a look at the Delaware Innovation Dollar, and then hopefully coming up, it should be in the mail right now, we have the Maine and then the Missouri Innovation Dollars, and then we will jump back into 2019 with the rest of those, and going forward we are on schedule 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. We have about 5 months worth of innovation dollars to get through. And sprinkled in there, we have the final two women's quarters of 2024. And also, I've been throwing together, it's not quite done yet, but I have a video about the history of the Ike dollar that I'd like to throw in the mix sometime over the next several months. So we'll see how that plays out. First off, we're going to jump in and take a look at the Delaware dollar. But first, I'm going to play the video I made dealing with the obverse of the innovation dollars and the rim writing on the innovation dollars. And then we will come back and take a look at the Delaware dollar. So stay tuned. This is the obverse of the innovation dollar. And before we get into it, let's discuss the focal point of this, which is the Statue of Liberty. I emailed the U.S. Mint because on their website, it just said the Statue of Liberty is the obverse. It didn't give any reasoning or symbolism behind it. And since this is an American innovation dollar, I was really curious. The Mint basically told me, we don't know why the Statue of Liberty. Ask Congress. Because anytime a new coin or a new currency bill or an old coin is altered or old currency is altered, it has to be done by an act of Congress. So basically, Congress makes a decision and then directs the Mint to follow whatever that decision is. So I looked online, I looked up the act that authorized the innovation dollar, and in the instructions that Congress gave, it just said use the Statue of Liberty, which makes absolutely no sense considering the fact that the Statue of Liberty is a French innovation. It is French designed, French built, shipped over to the U.S., and then constructed here in New York City. So the Statue of Liberty on an innovation dollar makes zero sense. What would have made more sense is the Zamboni on the innovation dollar, or the traffic light on the innovation dollar, but not the Statue of Liberty on the innovation dollar. Anyhow, so we've already discussed the Statue of Liberty being the focal point of the obverse. And once again, obverse is the same thing as saying heads or front of the coin. It says, "In God We Trust" on the left-hand bottom side. It has one with the dollar sign on the right-hand side. The sculptor was Phoebe Hemphill, and her initials are on the right-hand side below the $1. And the designer is Justin Coons, and his initials are down below "In God We Trust" at the bottom of the obverse of this coin. Anyhow, these are the design features of the innovation dollar. Let's move on. The uniqueness of the edge of these quarters needs to be looked at. As you can see here, it has the date on the side, then the mint mark, and then if you roll it around, there are some stars, and then the word e pluribus unum, which of course we know means out of many, one. And then as you roll it around, it's just more stars until it gets back to the date. I like the edge writing on the sides of these coins, just like the presidential dollars that we haven't really talked about. The problem with the edge writing is it's harder to read. I have glasses, and it's difficult for me to read the dates. And it also wears out faster. I have seen a lot of coins, presidential coins, the early releases of the presidential coins, that you can't even read the date or see the word e pluribus unum on the side anymore because it is worn down. So those are the flaws with this. but I just think it's a cool idea. I like the stars. I like the writing on the side, E pluribus unum. I think that's all really cool. I like that they did it. But as I said, it's just difficult. It's difficult for me to read, and they wear out faster. And here is the reverse of the 2019 Delaware Innovation Dollar. The sculptor was Joseph Mena. The designer was Donna Weaver, and you can see the initials circled there. I probably had those backwards. I probably all along should have been listing the designer before the sculptor, because designer comes before sculpting. But it is what it is. So the Delaware Innovation Dollar from 2019 is representing internationally recognized astronomer Annie Jump Canyon, who invented a system for classifying the stars that is still used today. Despite a hearing impairment, she advanced her education and gained recognition as a pioneer in science, becoming the first woman to receive an honorary doctorate from Oxford University. Annie Jump Cannon was born on December 11th, 1863 in Dover, Delaware. Her father, Wilson Cannon, was a state senator, and her mother, Mary Jump, taught Annie the constellations at a young age and ignited her interest in the stars. Annie Jump Cannon graduated from Wellesley College, where she studied physics and astronomy. In 1896, Cannon was hired as an assistant at Harvard Observatory under astronomer E. C. Pickering. She joined a group of female astronomers nicknamed Pickering's Women, who worked to document and empirically classify the stars. As she began her work, Cannon found the conventional systems for classifying to be ineffective for her purposes. She combined two known models to create her own system based on the spectral characteristics of stars, and personally classified more than 225,000 stars. She worked as an astronomer until just weeks before her death in 1941 at the age of 77. So I was like, okay, what is this system? I am not an astronomer. I took one semester of astronomy in college, trying to eliminate my need for a physics class. But her system ranked the stars so she created a mnemonic to help remember her system, and the mnemonic was, "Oh, be a fine girl, kiss me." So O, B, A, F, G, K, and M, with O being the hottest stars and M being the coolest. And just if we look at it, O, B, A, F, G, K, M. So that's the grading scale. Once again, O is the hottest, M is the coolest. And just to put it in perspective, our sun is a G in this spectrum of star grading. It's still used today, and the mnemonic is just used to help astronomers remember the sequence. So looking at it, we can see the stars in the sky. We can see on the right-hand side where it looks like it sort of resembles if you would see water or something molten on the ground, how it's smooth and then, like, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Anyhow, the smooth area looks to be a silhouette of Annie Jump Cannon. And then it says classifying the stars, which is what this is based on. Delaware at the very bottom, United States of America going around the rim clockwise. And this is the coin. Let's hop over to the microscope and take a look at the actual coin itself. And here we go, taking a look at the dollar. As I said before, you can see that the silhouette or the outline of Annie Jump Cannon is on the right-hand side. And then on the left-hand side is a sort of roughed up field with stars sitting in it, the word Delaware at the bottom, the name Annie Jump Cannon inset in what would be her head, I guess. I like this coin.
I do. I like anything to do with astronomy. I'm not an astronomer. However, I love anything dealing with space. I think it's a nice looking coin. I don't know that I needed the silhouette of anti-jump cannon. I don't know that just making a line where one side is this roughed up field with the stars and the other side is just smooth and it says anti-jump cannon. I don't know. I mean, I get the silhouette, and I like the coin. I just don't know if the silhouette was necessary, if that makes sense. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I have a whole roll of them. It's unfortunate, though, that this one, the one that I chose to put under the microscope right now that I'm looking at it, has some marks and scuffs on it. So that's not good. And you can see there's a chunk taken out of the bottom. Sometimes the microscope reveals a little bit too much, I think. Anyhow, hang on for 1 second. That is our look at the 2019 Delaware Innovation Dollar. We also took a look at, although the one we looked at was a 2018, we looked at the obverse of the Innovation Dollar. Next up, depending on whether the mint delivery arrives this week or not, we're either going to have the Maine Innovation Dollar from 2024, followed by the Missouri Innovation Dollar from 2024 the week after that, or we're going to have Pennsylvania next Monday, and then followed by Maine and Missouri the 2 weeks after that. Anyhow, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or criticisms, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment for everybody to see, my email address is also listed in the description. You can send me an email. I do respond to all comments, and I do respond to all emails. So, having said that, I'd like to thank everybody once again for watching, and I hope that you all have a great week.